Tom, there's 6 the wind is at 6, so it's not bad.
It's not bad.
It has rained every day this month.
Justin
Good
Verlander
morning.
flying the plane.
Every day this month.
Those shoes are aggressive. You look
Are those the
nice.
little doors?
No, these are courtesy of my friends at New Balance.
They're nice.
Wait a second. You're getting free merch?
Don't even talk to him.
Time out a second.
He's always trying to earn a buck. He's always
They're giving you
talking
free
to
gear?
people.
No, not regularly, but just this was a one-off.
So do you have to post about it?
Huh?
You know those people on Instagram that are like, I love this peanut butter. Mm-hmm. They're getting paid.
Millar does that. He banks a little bit on that.
Yeah, you get a little do-re-mi.
He has already had a 700-calorie cookie. Fact.
I'm gonna fall asleep by the D block.
I had a chipwich last night and a double-decker PB&J on the back end of Oakland, Houston, which was mind-numbing. 3-1 ball game out in Oakland.
How many hours?
That is.
I'm working on about 4.5. I'm not a big sleeper.
What does that even mean?
Even in college, remember when kids go to college, everyone sleeps till 2 in the afternoon?
Yeah.
I couldn't.
No.
Like, how are you guys pulling that off?
I like it. I'll tell you. Yeah.
Hey, Yan Gomes tripled yesterday. We love records. We love baseball facts. I'm getting there. And our good friend Sarah Langs told us that this was a little bit historic. 36 years old, and one day, Yan Gomes is now the 3rd oldest catcher since at least 1901, with 2 triples
Who
in
did
a
it
game.
in 1901?
I'm glad you asked. Really glad.
Come on, Deacon
Come on, Wally
McGuire.
Shang. The Shankster.
Is he a preacher, Deacon?
Hey, but
it's
Jan,
funny you
I
say
feel
that.
like we should put Jan's photo in black and white.
Sports.
There it is.
There we go.
Wally Shang, feeling no pain.
His friends called him the Shankster.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, they did.
You know that?
The big
Bill James wrote that McGuire was called Deacon because he didn't drink or carouse with other players like others in his era. So
and the guy in the
He was
middle.
old school before.
The guy in the middle was named Deacon, and it was because he had a fair, or the way he played the game. He was fair and all that stuff. I don't know. That's just the way
I
they.
just told you I was named
I
Deacon.
she did.
Oh my God! I can't do my job.
What will they say about Yan Gomes 100
To
years?
Tropicana Field, Orioles and Rays in a virtual tie atop the East coming in. How do we feel about virtual ties?
The percentage points are a scam.
And the Rays on the board first.
This game had it all.
Good crowd too. I
Really
like seeing that.
Francisco Mejia in the bottom of the second. The Rays lead it 1-0. Gunnar Henderson tripled to get on base. Adley took care of it.
Gunnar Henderson doubled, and Randy Arozarena chose not to throw the ball in.
Yep.
Over the Orioles' last 12 games, they
saw
lead
it.
baseball.
It's happened more than once this
79
year.
runs scored. Ryan O'Hearn.
Is he slumping at the
runners
plate?
on second and third.
Maybe he kind of took that out on the field with him a little bit.
Aaron Hicks. 2 outs and a runner on second. To the very first pitch he saw, a single into left field. That will score 1. Got him.
Aaron
and the
Hicks.
Orioles lead it 3-1.
Aaron Hicks got a big hit, just like I predicted. Numerous times.
You know the Rays are going to have something to say about it. There's a lot of neon going on there. Yandy Diaz in the bottom of the 7th. Runners on first and second. A double into right center field. That will score 2, and the game is tied at 3. Let's go. Top of the 10th, Colton Cowser.
Yeah, now we're playing
1 out.
fundamental baseball. They're playing for 1 run on the road. We'll get into why they do that, because there's a guy who's 7'4" hiding in their bullpen named Bautista.
He did his job. The Orioles alone in first place, end of July for the first time since 2016.
That's remarkable.
Yes.
Look at this. Look at this. The Orioles have that 1-game lead over the Tampa Bay Rays. The series, of course, will continue through the weekend. As you said, Dero, they had a little bit of everything.
They really
The crowd
did.
was into it. Big numbers out there at the Trop, and rightly so for 2 very good teams.
And I agree with Kevin Cash and Brandon Hyde when they said, I was reading their comments, they said, listen, it's July. But you have to love on what the Orioles are pulling off here. Tampa, for the first 2 months, we were talking like the World Series is over. They're going to win every ball game.
Right.
That's why it's a long season. 162 will expose all your weaknesses and all your strengths. So you have to address it. But last night, it was an incredible ball game. 2 Great starters on the mound, Tyler Glasnow and Kyle Gibson. I want to give them a little love. And then I want to go into the end of the game. There were so many fundamentally sound plays. How about good luck? How about the first inning? 3-1 to Gunnar Henderson. You know a heater's coming. 3-2, you know a heater's coming to the leadoff guy. See you later. Announcing his presence with authority. Adley Rutschman, first AB, 98, middle. Wipeout slider, 92. Let me show you the kitchen sink, Adley. 3 pitches, good morning, good afternoon, good night. This is to the top 3 in their batting order. Anthony Santander, 84-mile-an-hour breaking ball. He has some of the most electric stuff. When you can get some of the best hitters in the game, run that back for me. Can we pause that when it lands on the dirt? This is a number 3 hole hitter in the Baltimore Orioles lineup, and you're getting that swing? You're not picking the baseball up. So when Tyler Glasnow, you hear people talk about, he's an ace. If he stays healthy, what he can do on the mound, his stuff, when you get great hitters to look this foolish at the plate, you know your stuff's electric, but also run it. He's got the furthest extension down the mound out of anybody in the game, and we talk about this a lot. The presentation of the ball to the catcher's glove, you see it. It's almost like he's handing it to the guy. You can't tell. So I wanted to go back to 2016. Did he always have this abbreviated windup? He's doing nothing at the plate, but just pause this for me. Can I come out on camera? You see so many people do this like, and we were taught this nice big windup with no one on to create like rhythm and timing, synergy down the zone. Steven Strasburg, we'll get back into it. He's the first guy I saw kind of abort that mission. We talk about hitting with a bunch of moving parts, and then you see when guys struggle, they spread out and just use their hands. Tyler Glasnow was a guy who did the generic normal windup. Right. You've seen a lot of these power pitchers, almost David Price did it, go to this abbreviated, like, out of the stretch. I mean, how do you create so much domination by lifting your front leg? Let's get back into the tape, because I wanted to go back here, right? In Pittsburgh, he was there. Watch him on the right. Run it. I mean, he just picks his leg up and goes. And he's getting those swings. So unbelievable what he's been able to do. He mixed it up all night. Like I said, Strasburg, more of the same to Tyler Glasnow when he first came up. How about Kyle Gibson? We talk so much that the Baltimore Orioles are going to need to address their starting pitching at the deadline, and certainly they could use an ace. Every team can use an ace. But can we not sleep on what this crafty veteran has brought to this rotation?
Oh, that's nice.
To go with Tyler Wells, Bradish, Creamer, they've done some nice things, and he had his sweeper. Ben McDonald does a great job of taking inside the mind of the pitcher. He uses his changeup a lot to lefties, but man, that sweeper was nasty last night. Bring this board up. The sweeper stats, 14 for 88 on this thing. He could almost tell you it's coming. And he's got the ability to manipulate it a little bit more off the plate. Oh, you're fishing? I'm going to keep going. So pretty good. 48.8% whip percentage, 17th best, and he had Jose Siri frustrated. Yeah, slam it. Boom. He's got 19 bombs, by the way. And I just want to get into the I know, Robert. Fundamentals all over the board. Great defense. There was some bunting involved in this game, which you never see, so run this. How about this backhand play by Taylor to the window, to the walls? And kids, we play on so much turf at home in these youth tournaments. Don't be afraid to bounce the ball on a tight play like that. It makes it super easy for the first baseman to pick it.
I'll play with it.
We got Christian Betancourt, catcher, bunting for a knock in a big spot. You talk about selfless. Yandy Diaz comes up right after that and hits a missile to tie the game. Unbelievable. Ramon Arias saved the game right there in the bottom of the 8th. What a play. Brian Baker's getting asked to get some pretty high leverage outs. So I'm interested to see if Fujinami's, there might be more coming to the table. Adam Frazier, sack bunt. Pause this. Top 10, you never play for one run on the road as the visitor. You just don't. But Brandon Hyde said you do when you got the biggest lockdown closer in the game. Sack bunt right here, run it. Nice job by Adam Frazier. Just get it down. 1-1-1-1-1-1. Almost throws it in the crapper. You see it right here. That almost ends up down the right field line. And we could have been working. And then how about this double play? Stay with it. Gunnar Henderson's got an absolute cannon. Billy Ripken focused on this yesterday. For him to come across the bag to end the game, did it. Man, so much nice stuff. Great ball game. They're going to go toe-to-toe the rest of the way. It's going to be awesome. I think Toronto will be in there, obviously.
After the game, the Orioles were talking about how it was kind of like a playoff game for them. The irony is they've not played in the playoffs, all those young guys. I didn't know that about the bounce throw, by the way. I didn't know that that's an acceptable...
You can use the turf a lot. It makes the first baseman's job. You don't want to really short hop him. If you're going to long throw, you want him to see it. Skip off the top.
Eflin and Bradish, that is your pitching matchup tonight in St. Petersburg as these two very fine teams continue their series tonight. All right, let's continue on. Let's go to Cincinnati for the Giants and the Reds. Luke Maile, bottom of the third. That is a 2-run homer, his fourth, and the Reds have an early 2-0 lead. Moved to the fourth inning, got runner at first, 2 outs, Luis Matos. That is extra bases. Wilmer Flores tries to score from first, but he is thrown out at the plate by Ellie De La Cruz, and in doing so, De La Cruz breaks his StatCast record for fastest ball thrown on an assist by an infielder at almost 100 miles per hour. Then Christian Encarnacion Strand. Encarnacion!
What is that
third.
from?
Nacho Libre. Oh. Now, Andrew Abbott. You talked about him yesterday, D-Row. He has been everything that the Reds. My stretchy pants. Andrew Abbott retired the last 12 batters he faced. The 8 innings is the longest start of his career. The Reds have won 7 of his 9 starts. They beat the Giants 5-1.
From Cincinnati to Cobb County.